This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Got Wakka's celestial weapon completely powered up last time after we finished Blitzball, and got the Jupiter sigil, and now I'm working on monster capturing. We spent quite a bit of time working in Makalania Woods here because, well, since I was already here for the Jupiter sigil upgrade, I figured I'd just start here. I don't think I've had that many of the Marusus or the Iguions, so I am done with the wasps.
Enough.
And I'm done with the enemies in the snowy area by the travel center. And I'm done with the Xiphos. And the blue elements, I believe. So, looking for everything else. Iguions, Marusus, Chimeras.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
I said before, if I get to the point where I think I've captured like all of everything except maybe one, then I'm having a harder time coming across that one. I'll go check with the guy in the Calmlands and see where we're at, instead of just wasting time looking for the last one. Then, if I know that I just need like one or two more of only one enemy, then I'll waste time looking for it. Yeah, it's just going on his own pretty fast to just kill him. Okay. I am done with them, I'm pretty sure, as well. Yep.
Farewell.
Okay, now I'm having good luck running into these Iguions and Marusu guys. If that keeps up, we'll be done with them pretty quickly here.
Farewell.
Still can't help but feel that maybe there's an enemy I still have barely encountered or haven't encountered very much, if at all. But then again, I could be thinking of like Final Fantasy X-2 and the enemies they have you encounter in here.
Enough.
Okay. As far as I know, I'm still not done with these. Yep. Gotta be getting close, though. I do appreciate that so far here, at least in this session, it's giving me stuff that I still need. Like I'm not just encountering those Xiphos and wasps. That's probably what I'll get here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Although I am done with them now. I think it's probably just the Igmions and Marusus that I need. And I do think I'm more likely to encounter them in the first area or the second area, so if I have to go back and forth more, I probably won't come back into this part of the forest or woods. But I think there might still be a chance that I can encounter them here, so I'm not going to just no encounters for the area. Well, yeah, I mean, there's some smaller enemies.
Live and let live.
Just don't need those guys.
I'll be right back.
Probably just the way the random encounters are working, but it seems like running into the same kind of battles when I'm traveling in the same direction. Yeah. Even though I don't need him, these battles like this where it's just one of them and I know I can one-shot him, might as well just take him out instead of running.
Go so easy on you next time.
All right, there we go.
Farewell.
And most of the time here they seem to be showing up together, so that kind of helps.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll probably just stay in this section for the most part here to finish it out. Because I don't think I'm as likely to encounter chimeras and Xiphos here. Well, guess so much for that.
I'll be right back.
I guess it could still be less likely though, but certainly can still see the Xiphos here though. That's what I want. Okay, that was done. How about the shelled friend?
Farewell.
Okay, I think that's it for Makalania. Get that variable Mog in here. And we'll have smooth sailing uninterrupted to the monster arena. Yeah, I know, Sid. You're counting on me. Guess while we're here, we could finish the enemies here, but yeah, we'll be able to get back here every time to be checking anyway, so yeah, it can wait. I said I was going to go in order, so we'll go back to Besaid after this. I've been researching specimens you brought from Makalania and created one nasty beast. And we obtained shining gems times 60. Want to take a swing at it? The first fight's free. Not now. Aw, not up to it? Don't worry about it. I'll make sure he's always ready so you can challenge him anytime. But not for free. I have to make a living too, you know. Did we get anything else? No? I guess that's all that I've unlocked here since the last time I talked to him. Let's just make sure I got all of them. Yep, 10 of each. And what did we get for area conquest? Espada. I believe that's the new one here. And pretty sure he is like the Xiphos, just a bigger kind of version of that. And like the Chimera Geist is a stronger version of the Chimera. The Abyss Worm is a stronger version of the Sandworm. That was from the desert in Bikanel. This was from the Calmlands. Yeah. How much did I have left in Bikanel? Okay, yeah, I did do all of that. I wasn't 100% sure if I'd finished that or not. Couldn't remember at this point. Yeah, we got quite a bit to do here yet. Besaid, only 3. Kilika, only 4. I'm probably gonna do both of those before I come back. Yeah, the high road has quite a few. Mushroom Rock's at least only 1 page. So is Jose. Thunder Plains is as much as the high road. Those 2 are done. Ahriman I got because I did those inside of Sin. So even though you captured them inside of Sin, they count towards the Gagazet. And the ones that I don't have here, I think, are like the Monolith, Barbados. There's like a Spirit or something, I think was one of them. If you chat with him, I think he just kind of tells you what you're on the path for. 1 lap through the forest on Kilika Island is all it takes to grab them all. We'll be going there soon enough. No, I hope so. Hope the sale doesn't take too long.
Yeah! Here we go!
Not on the beach, though. And I guess for that matter, make sure we get that off. And just make sure, if you're not ready for it, just make sure you don't approach the entrance to the village. Okay, this should be all three of the ones we need here. You can encounter the Garuda here, but it's not counting towards this area. I think that counts towards Mushroom Rock Road, because you encounter them there too. If I can get the... I'm not sure if they always come in the same grouping here. If they do, that'll be nice and easy. But I kind of feel like you might get two of the birds in one. Or this one doesn't have any birds. So, there you go.
It's over.
Well, this time it doesn't have the plan. So I guess the dingoes will probably be done first if it keeps like this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if I stopped and looked at this one after we had the translation. Kilika and Bikanel join as one. Yeah, pretty sure that was a hint to one of the passwords we had to put in the airship. Because there's half of the password on Kilika and half on Bikanel. Luzu's here. I don't know if I've ever talked to him here. Most of the time, I don't have him surviving.
What are you up to out here?
Watching for fiends. We Crusaders must protect the village. Even if we cannot defeat Sin, we do what we can.
Leave Sin to us. We'll think of something.
Then you should pray before you go. All who leave the island pray for safe passage over there. Gata always refused, though.
Well then, I will too.
Eh?
Who needs hokey old superstitions? I won't pray, and I'll beat Sin all the same.
Well, I guess you have the spirit. Good luck. They say a flying ship gave Sin a good chase. Never let your guard down. Sin is the most evil of foes. All we can do is pray that this ship of the skies can defeat Sin. All we can do is pray...
Well, that is a new scene for me. I don't think I really agree with Titus's attitude there. I mean, I understand, I guess, given the circumstances and the way things have turned out in this world, that they kind of know by this point that a lot of the leaders of Yevon have been full of it, but yeah, I don't know. That tends to be a thing in Final Fantasy games, and I think a lot of fantasy properties in general, that they tend to shit on religion a lot. At least the religions that aren't going to fight back about it. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to believe, but you also don't have to just dismiss somebody else's ideas out of hand. You try and tell them where they're wrong, I suppose, but if you think they are and you think you have a good argument for it.
Booyah!
So I guess in itself, that wasn't a bad scene here, but it just kind of all ties into me that religion's always an easy target for a lot of these writers to hate on, it seems like. I think I'll stick over here instead of going closer to the village, just so I don't accidentally trigger the fight there. I was watching a part of a playthrough of Final Fantasy X the other day that somebody else was doing, and saw another scene I'd never seen before.
Take that!
It happened after you get pushed off the ledge at the Mian High Road by the Chocobo Eater. And I've had that happen to me before, so it's not like I'm not aware of what happens there. I know what happens, but I've never gone back to the travel center and talk to Elma there. She just kind of nonchalantly says that, oh, don't worry about that fiend, I took care of it. Like she just single-handedly took care of the thing after it kind of kicks your asses.
Take that!
So I thought that was a pretty cool one. Just goes to show that there's so many interactions and so much dialogue in this game, and I'm sure most other games like this, that yeah, even if you play through it probably dozens of times, you can still find something you didn't know about. Because I think for most of us, once we're playing through it like for the 10th time, we probably are doing things the same way each playthrough for the most part, and you're not really, or at least that's the way I do it, you're not going and necessarily looking for new things by that point. You're just trying to get all of the collectibles and complete all the quests and side mini games and stuff like that. So just going out of your way for a piece of dialogue that doesn't really change anything, probably not going to find them. Because by that point, for me, I'd probably be looking for a guide to be a completionist. Like the first playthrough or two, yeah, I'll try and find as much as I can on my own, but after that, I'll just check and see what I've missed. And most guides, I don't think would include stuff like getting just all the dialogue, or if they are, they're going to be so lengthy and wordy that that probably wouldn't be the kind of dialogue I would look at. So I suppose that's my fault in that respect of it, but just curious what your thoughts are on that, if anybody has any preferences in the way they go about trying to find everything in these games, or if they just don't really care and just want to move on for the story.
It's over.
Dingoes and condors. Oh my. Yeah, if I had to judge based on how long it took me to get Makalania done and how long it's taking here, we're probably looking at least 5 to 7 hours of monster capturing left to do.
Farewell.
Because the bigger areas are going to take probably like an hour apiece, if not more for some of the tougher areas. Normally I just do it and I don't necessarily consider where we're at as far as time goes in the game. I don't pay attention to that, I just work on it and get it done. And sometimes, especially if I'm playing with any mods or something, if you're playing it on computer, you can use you can speed it up sometimes, so I'll put some of that on to get through it even faster. Your in-game clock would go the same, I suppose, but it's still getting done in real time faster. Are there any random encounters in this section? It seems like I never have been getting them there. So maybe I should just stick to this waterfall section. Gotta be getting pretty close. Haven't really been paying attention as far as counting them, but should have stuck with my old order of having Waka go after that guy. Oh well, just took one more turn. Okay, the condors are done. So the dingoes and the flan, maybe? Dingoes might be done too, but I just had to try one more to find out that I'm already at the limit. Walking through this area gives me flashbacks to the mini game you gotta do here in Final Fantasy X too. It's not the worst, but in order to get the top prizes, you gotta spend quite a bit of time on it.
It's over.
Oh, still catching dingoes. Didn't really seem like I was encountering more condors than the others, but I guess so. Okay, well this is the one I want anyway.
Take that.
Okay, guess the dingo is the rarest one. At least it has been for me. Try to get... I think I probably have them. At least I'm gonna be 8 or 9 at least, I would suppose. So let's just encounter at least one more here and make sure. I don't want to get too far from this exit so I can get to the beach pretty quickly. Except sometimes it's hard to tell when you're going to trigger the transition. Come on, enemies. Where are you? There you are. And we got a dingo. And we are done. Kilika has the plants that shoot the seed cannon at you. They have a bee or a wasp type of enemy. Trying to remember what else. Might have a lizard also, and then an elemental of sort. Also, I think I can take the ferry. I don't remember if it's this ferry or the other one, but one of them has something on it. So since I want to go to Kilika next anyway, let's just take the ferry there. We're headed for Kilika Island. All aboard? Yeah, let's go. See the dolphins swimming alongside us in the background. I think once you go below deck, that's what moves things forward. Just want to see if there's any familiar faces on board here. I saw there was a chocobo
Nice
up here.
to see you again.
Yeah.
You really quit the Knights?
Yeah, I did. Elma was upset with me, but Captain Lucille understood. Now I'm working as a chocobo breeder on this ship. I really, really love taking care of chocobos. Being with chocobos all the time, I think I found my calling. And it's all thanks to you. Thank you.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Oh, yeah. I found this in one of the chocobo nests the other day. It's no use to me, so I want you to have it.
Found a friend sphere. Okay.
I have to go now. It's time for lunch.
Hey, I want to talk to you some more. Can't your stomach wait?
I meant I have to feed the chocobos. They get really upset if they're not fed. See ya!
Pretty sure I've seen that one before, but not every playthrough I do. Kind of looks like zealots, but he said he used to be a sailor, so probably just kind of their uniform. He's perked up a little seeing that flying ship battling Sin. Once Sin is gone, he'll probably get back to normal. Is that a cat? Yeah, looks like a cat. And the thing I'm looking for would be in here, if this is the right one. Yep, looks like it. Let's check this out. Another one of Jack's spheres.
After you get that Aeon from Besaid, where are we going?
Back the way we came. Then we go north from Bavel and climb Mount Gagazet. Beyond it lies Zanarkand.
Zanarkand, huh? It's been in ruins for 1,000 years, right?
So the legends say. No one knows for sure. It still could be your Zanarkand.
Thanks for trying, Orin. I thought if I went with you guys, I might find a way to go back. But it's not that easy.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, Braska. It's not your fault. I should be thinking about fighting Sin now anyway. Zanarkand can wait. But I will find my way back.
Be careful, Jekt.
Hey, I'll be all right. You're the one that should be careful. Wouldn't want your little girl to cry.
She'll be all right. She's strong. like her mother was.
Yep, there we go. A little more backstory for Jecht and Braska and Orin. Guess there's another thing. Go ahead and rest down below. We'll be there by the time you wake up. Going to rest now? Yes. So yeah, I don't think we can explore below deck, but that's all we needed to find here anyway. Yeah, I was just gonna say there's another thought I had with the whole thing with Xanarkand being in ruins, and yeah, Orin's like, well, that's what the legends say, but nobody knows for sure. Every time there's a pilgrimage with the summoners and the guardians, we know that the summoner was meant to sacrifice themselves, and you know that one guardian has to become the final Aeon, so that's the way it's been working. But weren't there ever any other guardians that survived? It's like, weren't there ever summoners that had a group as large as ours? You would think some of them would have made it back and been able to say what happened. Maybe they all had to go into the battle to protect the summoner, and as part of the final summoning, it just took them all out. I don't know. I mean, Orin came back as an unsent. Why didn't anybody ever do that before? I suppose it has to be convenient for the story, right? So we shouldn't think too much about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to capturing in Kilika here. I know I'm looking for 4 enemies, and there's 2 of them. Of course, it's an ambush. Probably should have had him take out one of the killer bees, because I don't know if Orin will be able to hit it. Okay, he did. Yeah, I think this is what it was. The password victorious, because the other words or the other letters were on Bicanel. Well, here's one of the other ones. The killer bees are pretty easily probably going to be the first one I get done with here. Already got 3 of them. And as I said, I think the other one's a lizard, like an iguana type of thing. I don't remember, because I think I've always fought it. Oh yeah, and there's the other one. It is a Deinonyx. I've always fought the Ochu that's here in the game, but I'm kind of curious. If you don't fight it, does it stay here? Is it still here? I would imagine probably not, but I don't know. But I was just thinking, if it is still here, you could probably capture that. Otherwise, though, Ochus are going to be captured as part of the Road to the Moon flow. I think that goes in with the Jose High Road area, as far as capturing goes.
Take that!
So far, they're showing up somewhat evenly. Other than the killer bees, I suppose.
Take that.
Ooh, 2 of these guys at a time, huh? Well, that helps out. Okay, that's a pretty good encounter.
Yeah. Enough.
Yeah, if you get them strong enough, of course you could even use like Yuna or Lulu for this. But at the stages that we're at in their development, their strength just really wouldn't be enough to make them very effective against most of the enemies. Of course, like the ones from Besaid or from here even, they might be able to do it okay. But I generally just always stick with these 3. Maybe Kamari, depending on how well I've developed him along the sphere grid. Because Riku as well is generally not a strength type of character. Her uses are pretty much mostly for stealing and for mixing and that kind of stuff, item use. Like her mixes make her one of the better characters towards the end of the game for some of the bosses. Like, especially the final super boss of the game. I think a lot of the strategies utilize her quite a bit for that. Those bees have to be about done.
Booyah.
Well, it might be number 10, but at least we're still capturing it. Okay, well that should certainly be all the bees.
Yeah.
Then it'd still capture both of them. Maybe I'm just overestimating how many I've caught.
Booyah.
Okay, they are done. I feel like most of the rest of them have to be at least around 4 or 5. The Dynamix is probably the one that was falling farthest behind. Because the Regoras, I mean, captured a few. I even had that one that had 2 of them in it. And the Elements. Yeah, I think that's got to be at least 5 or 6. I don't know if there's any paths that really make much of a difference in here. I've just kind of been running all over. Okay, that's a good one.
Take that.
At least one of the ones I'm looking for.
Farewell.
It's over.
It is over. Okay, good. See if Orin can get the killer bee. No. Not sure if the Regoa or the Dynanox is farther behind. Regora, was it? Yeah, whatever it is. The plant.
Enough.
Okay. The Dynanix and the Regora are all I have left. Or at least to confirm if I'm done or not with them. So at least it seems like we will be able to get done with Besaid and Kilika today. Oh no! Well, these guys kind of suck for their statuses. Probably actually better heal. That poison chopped down quite a bit for Titus there pretty quickly. Probably will try not to get too far away from the save point. So I can just get back to it and teleport pretty quickly. Well, the plants are the only ones I have left to check now. Let's got to be fairly close, but I really haven't been encountering that many here lately, so I might only have like 6 or 7 of them. And I don't know what area would be best to try to find them. It seems like I've been encountering them anywhere.
Live and let live.
Maybe I should head farther in. Have a better likelihood of getting them. Or maybe just take this path again. Haven't been over here in a little while.
Here we go. Live and let live.
There we go. At least one of them.
See ya.
Yeah. Wasting my time with the ambush.
Live and let live.
I think there's another save sphere right up here. So I wouldn't have to go all the way to the temple, so I can maybe hang around up here a little farther. See if that makes any difference.
Live and let
Feels
live.
preemptive at least. Still captured it.
Enough.
Okay, good. 2 of them. Hopefully that'll be enough to finish it off. Yes. Now, I was just thinking about it here. Was going to go back to the Calm Lands and get my prizes, but kind of thinking maybe I should just go straight to the high road and just start it on that so we don't waste more time. Because the prizes aren't going anywhere. They'll still be there. And whatever I get isn't like it's going to really help me with my capturing in Mihen or anything like that.
We're
I think this is actually going to take me right to the travel center, though. Yeah, so there are actually going to be some different enemies in the north and the south, or the first part of the road and the second part, depending on which way we go from the travel agency. At least I'm pretty sure there are some of this first part that we won't get later on. I know, like, when you go to the bottom part of the road, like where the old road where the Chocobo Eater would knock you off, There are some different enemies down there that aren't going to be available on the top part. I don't want to get too far from the travel center for now, just so I can pick up a few here before we end for today. And then I can make it back there and save it. Alright, good start. Got 3 different types.
Yeah.
Farewell.
I took a bad hit fighting Sin. I couldn't walk for a while. I'm all good now. I'm back on to guarding the high road. I was just kind of curious what kind of dialogue he'd have here. And I thought maybe he'd give me some more items. Earlier in the game, a lot of the people along the road gave us stuff. I don't think I've really checked at this point in the game. That doesn't really matter too much.
Enough.
There are the bombs are available here, and what's the dual horn or something like that? The big guy with the horns kind of coming out. The bombs, even if they're a little harder to come across than some of these types, when I do get a group of them, I think they commonly come in a group of 3, so at least that won't take as much that way. Yeah. Let's try to fit in 1 or 2 more fights here yet, I think. Me and Fang, Floating Eye, and White Element. Let's try for 1 more. Still the same guys here for the most part. So I have to have quite a few of those me and Fangs and White Elements already here.
Farewell.
In the Raldo. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for today then. So we'll pick up here next time and continue doing monster capturing on the high road. First I'll go back to the first part there, and then once I think I've gotten everything I can get there, we'll go to the old road. And we'll move on from there. Hopefully it doesn't take the whole time to get that, and then we'll go on to Mushroom Rock Road. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.